I'll move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Wow!
Hey, Smails! My thingy's bigger than your whole body.
Welcome back to the Caddyshack Minute. This is the podcast where we watch Caddyshack, but mostly we eat fried pickles and a fantastic cheeseburger and have a few drinks with the film Caddyshack, 1 minute at a time.
Doing it live.
There's no words on it.
We're all together for the first time.
I'm Tom Taylor. Yes, I'm together looking at Mike DeMaria, and I'm also looking at Dan Lewis. We're all in the same place. We're recording live from Scofflaws.
Yeah, it's
in Chicago.
Scofflaw singular.
Scofflaw singular.
Yeah, right.
In Logan Square.
I'm a few drinks in, a couple of old fashions.
Yes.
Now, okay, go ahead, sir.
No, I was
step on me.
I had some kind of beer. I had some the Dark Horse.
The Dark Horse. That's good.
Blueberry hints in it.
I had a couple of old fashions.
Well, to all our listeners here, it's hard to be ready to punch Tom when you actually see him.
Yeah.
No, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know, your heart just melts when you see him. You don't want to punch him anymore.
Right.
No.
Well, you want to punch me more, but you don't feel like it's like an actual thing. You gotta. This is real. I'd actually be punching another hurt.
Right. You realize that you are committing a crime, assault.
Yeah.
And that's something that's fun to talk about.
But you know, I would never press charges. And
if you're not familiar with Logan Square, Chicago, this is where all the hipsters live.
Yeah.
And you know how I hate hipsters.
Yeah, Mike hates hipsters, you guys, and I think we've heard about this before. By the way, we just ran into Mike, and he's got a beard, nicely coiffed, close cropped hair on the sides, big, thick rimmed not sunglasses, but regular glasses.
Yeah.
The relatively form-fitting pants. Okay, I guess he doesn't have a kickball.
It's possible Mike is a self-hating hipster.
No,
right.
No, I do it so I can have.
He hates himself, but it's not because he's a hipster.
No, I dress this way so I can have ease of movement through neighborhoods such as this.
That's beautiful.
Right, he likes to blend in.
So I can get my artisanal coffee served to me in a timely fashion.
So should we try to talk about the minute?
Yeah.
Well, look, mostly this is in commemoration of getting together for real.
Yes,
in
live.
a real physical place, doing it live, if you will.
As human beings.
And I certainly will.
So I think you could try to do the minute, but I think we should just maybe let the tape roll while we enjoy our drinks and have discussion.
It could be, yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. It sounds like you're having a great deal of fun in the past at Scofflaw. We're here in the studio again, Mike, Dan, and I, a couple of nights later. But yeah, we all saw each other live. That was incredible and weird. And we had deep fried pickles and maybe the best cheeseburger I've ever had in my life. It was fantastic.
Oh.
How are you guys doing?
Well, if that was the best cheeseburger you ever had, then I don't think you got
it was really
much.
good. You didn't have it. It was really good. You don't know what you're talking about.
Did you just forget what a cheeseburger was like?
Yeah.
No, this is a special cheeseburger.
I think that was Tom's first artisanal cheeseburger.
Right.
This isn't American cheese. What have they done to this? It's fantastic.
Yeah, like they've been feeding these cows some sort of grass or.
It was like grass-fed beef with chèvre cheese.
Yeah, I don't taste Skittles in this cow. This is incredible.
Mm. Yeah, right. Well, you know what? It doesn't have that familiar growth hormone flavor that we like.
I think that's what I was missing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was good fun. We everybody mark your calendars. We all saw each other live. That was
we did it live.
A special treat.
Dan was in town for some reason, right? Some reason.
Dan came in town. I went to Detroit and saw my mother and saw some friends there and got to see a Tigers game against the Red Sox. Got to beat the Red Sox, which was always a delight.
Nice.
And then, hopped on the old Amtrak, a train I love, the Wolverine, which goes from Detroit to Chicago.
Oh, how long is that?
By way of Ann Arbor.
It's like
usually
6 hours.
It varies from about 5 to 7 hours.
Oh my God.
Depending. But I mean, we sat in the bar car the whole time. Just
I used to ride those rails. I used to ride that rail quite a bit from pick it up in either Birmingham or Royal Oak, then shoot it straight down to Chicago and sit in the bar car and have those ham and cheese sandwiches that they'd throw in the microwave.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, mine was
Yeah.
the Hebrew National.
Yeah, but it comes in the
nice.
plastic bag, and I just throw the plastic bag in the microwave.
It works.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good, and it's funny. I noticed on the package it says a Hebrew National kosher, all kosher hot dog, and in
Yeah.
the fine print at the bottom it says not a certified kosher.
Are you
meal.
dead serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have
Oh,
gotten a
that's
photo
hysterical.
of it. Yeah, it's
Is
pretty
that every
funny.
Hebrew National, or is that just like the train
I
microwave
think it's
ones?
probably the train. No,
Might
I
be.
don't think
gonna
it's
say.
kosher. I don't think it's kosher.
Maybe
Wow.
yeah, I don't know if it's totally kosher. It's just called kosher now.
Weird.
That's
Interesting.
weird. Yeah.
It was
like when
funny.
they It's like when they say
go ahead.
Kobe, when they always say we're serving Kobe beef, and it's not because there's only one. There's only
Right.
one Kobe beef.
But it's
They put
worse
it
than
in
that
quotes.
because it's the opposite of the thing that they.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like if I started a meat company called Halal Meats. The name of the
Yeah.
company is Halal,
Yeah.
and then at the bottom it says not officially halal.
Oh,
Right.
halal. Yeah.
Right?
Hello.
Well played, asshole.
Thank you.
Right.
I'm tired. I'm
tired,
I'm not
too.
gonna lie to you.
That's par
Remember
for
we
the
talked
course.
in earlier episodes of walking by your bed and saying, "Oh, what I would do to you."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's. I usually do the show from at my desk, and I'm laying in my bed now.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I should try that.
Yes, with the laptop on my chest.
Oh,
That
boy.
sounds really nice.
Might I again suggest a bit of touch of hot chocolate?
Yeah, with the Romanian slippers.
What's that
Yeah.
song they always play in the cartoons when somebody gets sleepy? When my dreamboat comes home.
All right, okay. Let's get to what minute are we doing?
This
here?
is minute 67
Movie even.
of Caddyshack.
Yeah.
We're watching Caddyshack. We're
Ew.
67 minutes into Caddyshack. We didn't talk about the movie at all when we saw each other and recorded a little bit. It's Scofflaw in Chicago. But this minute begins with Danny yelling, "Yes, I do!" And it ends with him
No, you
sitting
don't.
down in Judge Smails' office.
Right. He's taking a
That's where we
seat
are.
for one of the great scenes, but we'll talk about it next minute.
Yeah.
Smails
the
has got
greatest.
it is one of the greatest. And Smails is at the end of this minute is rocking back and forth in that chair with his back to him. It almost looks like Norman Bates' mom.
He's going to turn around and just be a skeleton.
Yeah, right.
Spoilers.
Oh, yeah, lots of good, lots of funny stuff going on, coming up before and after, but there's not a lot to this minute aside from them just continuing to argue.
Yeah. Danny seeming to be trying to talk Maggie into marrying him, which seems a little strange. Why would
He's
he?
Irish,
Yeah.
he's also completely disingenuous, and he's that, because he says, Maggie, he's not even listening. I know you're just making that stuff up about the other guy.
Right.
And he also does something similar where he's like, come on, you're just saying that when she said she doesn't want to marry him. She insists steadfastly she doesn't want to marry him. And he's like, you're just saying
Right.
that. Although, why would you just say that?
Right.
I don't know what
Yeah.
the reason is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I realized
I know
in watching
you,
it that I
'cause he
also don't
knows
know
he
why
wa-
she's mad.
But because he knows that she wants to marry him because he would just won the Caddy scholarship.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the big man on campus now.
He's the
He's a star.
But she's not.
star.
Yeah. He's a star. He's not gonna. But I don't understand what she's mad about exactly. Did I miss something or?
It is kind of confusing. It's weird because she's upset because she's pregnant, and then he's saying that he'll help her out and take care of things and marry her and be true to her and stuff.
Right.
And she's pissed off about that.
Yeah,
not that I'm
I'm
saying
not.
that she should marry him. But,
Right,
you know.
and not that she should be whistling Dixie necessarily, but it's not clear why she's. It's not that she shouldn't be in a bad mood, maybe. But I'm saying that what's the antipathy toward Danny about here? I don't really get it.
Right. Well, she does say that she it might not be his,
Right.
but which is also interesting because I don't know. Maggie doesn't. I don't judge Maggie from that, but I feel like in other movies you're supposed to judge people on that. If you
Yeah.
find out, oh wait, she's been
She's
sleeping
been sleeping
around. She's not
around,
true.
yeah. Maybe she means it in the kind of Christian sense, like It could be immaculate, like it might be God's.
That's probably exactly what she means.
He's the other man.
Yeah, I'm already married to him.
Yeah.
I'm married to God.
I don't know what she means.
It is a little confused. Well, teenagers. Who knows?
Yeah. When you
Lou
go
Loomis
around
seems
in
to
a
understand.
red velvet suit like that, you're liable to
Yeah.
get some attention.
This is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
This
To
is
go,
where
to
babies
go,
are
to
made.
go.
Wonder
You wear
if
a
it's, wonder if
wear
it's
a red velvet
D'Annunzio's.
suit.
Might be D'Annunzio's. Just think about
I
that.
wonder, that thought flashed through my mind. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, I think it's a possibility.
Oh, man, it's
Or
always
was
a
a
possibility
possibility.
with D'Annunzio.
What's
Yeah.
D'Annunzio's baby?
D'Annunzio don't shoot no blanks.
That's right. But I mean,
That's what I'm
have he and Maggie had any sort of? Is there anything to suggest that they've had a thing or anything, or that?
Who, D'Annunzio?
Yeah.
No.
He does have a little bit of when he goes by the pool. He goes, Maggie. It's like, I guess it wasn't that great. Just sort of, there is a little
Yeah.
bit of a, he might have been challenged as a coxman.
Could be.
To,
Yeah. Was he just messing with Danny, or was he trying to, claim his
Yeah.
territory or something?
Oh,
We don't know.
I
You
really
guys
don't
seem
know.
to be doing a pretty good job today. I might just nod out and let you
just
guys.
take it up. Yeah.
I might just take my no homework pass today.
Put your Romanian slippers on. Get some hot chocolate. And be sure to use almond milk. Yeah.
Those slippers on your feet, they're all warm and cozy.
Yeah. What's like a nice? What is one of those relaxing videos for Mike? Is like someone going, "No one's eating lozenges.
Yeah.
No
A
one
weird-
says fuck you."
A stranger is massaging your head fiercely,
Yeah.
is hanging upside down, having his back cracked.
Nothing is touching your throat.
All right, let's pull it together now.
Yeah, come out of your stupor. What have you
Yeah.
got, Mike?
Slap yourself in the face.
You got any thoughts
Yeah.
about this minute? This great minute.
We got Lou Loomis.
Notice, Mike, also there's another dynamic camera move out of the Caddyshack, non-titular Caddyshack, out of the Caddyshack. It's a good camera. He's getting more into the camera moves, the
He
tracking,
is.
the following the people. Yeah.
And can I say I really like these sort of the pastoral way back. I was talking about how I want this golf course to be just sort of beauty as far as the eye can see, and from the vantage point of the Caddyshack, it kind of is. It's just these rolling green hills and the trees, and it's early morning, and it's quite lovely and quite. I would love to be Lou Loomis showing up with a coffee. Does he have a coffee? Am I making
Yeah.
that up?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
coffee, and a
Coffee and a
cigarette.
cigarette.
I bet he's having a great time. I don't need the cigarette, but that coffee sounds great on an
He
early
looks-
morning outside.
He looks
That's
good.
nice.
He's got a page boy hat and a kind of a nicely sort of loose, comfortable cardigan. And it's amazing to look at Lou Loomis, or rather I should say Brian Doyle Murray here, and just think about what Brian Doyle Murray looks like now. It is just a world of difference. It's like it's not... Now he's a very sort of rotund, jolly old man with like a big scratchy voice.
Right.
And at this point, he was like, I guess, a somewhat more mousy kind of guy
But also
with a
slick
push
and
broom
cool.
mustache.
A slick,
Yeah.
cool, mousy guy.
Yeah,
You're a good
Yeah.
egg, Danny. You're a good
good
egg,
Andy.
Danny.
She needs you.
She
He's a
needs ya.
pussycat, that Lou Loomis. He's a big
Pick up that
pussycat.
napkin.
He loves Danny, and he understands all the weird goings on in his Caddyshack.
Right. And I think Maggie's doing some. Not again. I shouldn't say Maggie. I should say Sarah Holcomb. I think the acting's good here. Still over the top, but she's really selling it.
Tanks for Noonan.
Thanks for nothing.
That's the other end of the yelling conversation that my wife and I have, where all we do is yell, "Tanks for Noonan," and that's all I need.
I think I asked this before, Tom, but I have two questions. One question
Okay.
is, are those real arguments that you're having that where you're punctuating them with Caddyshack sort of memes, or is it that you have fake arguments for fun with Jody and you
Yeah,
say
it's more
thanks for nothing and
Yeah.
look, he might not be yours, okay?
Yeah, my wife and I actually love to yell. We make a lot of noise. And I think the neighbors probably think that we're actually fighting, but we're really just yelling. And we're having a ball.
This is the question I have, because, the two of you are like two circus clowns. The two of you, the way you go about your business in your life, everything's a big joke.
Yeah.
So do you two ever actually get in arguments?
Oh, sure. Yeah, we get annoyed with each other. Yeah,
like where you follow each other into other rooms and raise your voice and...
I can't imagine that doesn't happen.
That's not how I fight necessarily. I'm more like, Jesus. And then I go in the other room. Or like, oh, I was supposed to put the milk away? And then it's like a thing.
Do you really fight? Do you really fight over the milk being left out?
No, but like it's those things that come to a head. It's like these last straw things.
What is this, fucking Mayberry?
Yeah. There's an entire episode about me not putting the milk away.
Golly gee, Tom, you left the milk out.
By the way, I made that up. I always put the milk away.
That made me
I've known
sore.
families that leave the milk out and it makes me sick. Like the Noonan.
Why would you leave the milk out? It gets.
I don't know. My son is getting into that where he'll like bring the milk to the table. I've never done that. I prepare my bowl of cereal like next to the fridge and then I put it immediately back and then I take my cereal to the table. My son now is bringing the milk to the table and then there's an excellent chance that it'll be left out.
Yeah.
And that bothers me
deeply. Milk is best at 32.001.
If he leaves it out again, this is what you do. If he leaves it out again and walks up to his room and does some Star Wars thing, whatever he does,
a couple onions in there. Yeah.
No, you just grab the milk jug or the milk container. Is it glass or is it paper or is it plastic? What is it? What do you usually
buy? It's like a regular paper carton.
Okay, the carton. So you just quietly. He walks upstairs. You just quietly rise from your chair, grab the milk jug. Quietly walk up the stairs to his room, open up his door, look at him in the eye, and just throw it against the wall as hard as you can.
Right.
Now
and
it's
just scream, put the fucking milk away. And then walk out, and he'll never, ever, ever leave the milk sitting there again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Not a bad plan.
There's no way, having seen Tom in live and in person, not that I hadn't before, but it's probably been a solid 10 or 12 years. I saw Tom, and I just don't see him doing that, Mike. I don't see him throwing things against the wall.
If somebody, no, but you expect it out of me, or you expected it. But if Tom was to do it, then he would say, "Oh my God, I really screwed up. My dad's going to murder me now." Mm-hmm. And that's it. Then you go back to being the jolly old dad after that. But do you remember? Because
I didn't go ballistic the other night when we were together. I forget.
It was like it's less like you'd be like the Manchurian Candidate, like someone just flips a switch in a bunker somewhere, and Tom rises from his chair and goes and snuffs it out.
Why don't you play a nice game of solitaire?
I'll tell you what. You brought up cereal, and we'll do a quick shift here. You know what's one of the greatest joys in life?
Cereal.
Having a big bowl of cereal and staring and reading the back of the box.
That is actually pretty great. That's like a form of meditation almost.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what's on the back of the box. If it's a kid's cereal, then it's got puzzles and whatnot. But even if it's like a kashi, where you're just reading the back of the box about the farmer who brought you the grain
where does kashi come from?
Yes, and you just sit there and you're crunching the cereal and just keep pouring more milk and more cereal until the whole box is gone.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the
I haven't done that
pleasures.
in a long, long time, and I should.
Yeah.
I haven't done cereal for breakfast in a long time. My son does it, and it looks great. It looks delicious.
You know when it's really
refreshing
good?
And cold.
You know when cereal's fantastic? When you wake up at like 2 a.m. to go pee, and after you're done, you just keep walking to the kitchen and just have a big, huge bowl of cereal.
I'm up
at like 2 a.m, half asleep, and and just go back to bed.
That sounds great.
It is fantastic.
My aunt
or a fudge bar.
My aunt was married to a guy, so I guess he's my uncle. And wouldn't that be the case?
Yeah.
Sure.
And I've only seen these people like once in my life. And I was visiting them in Florida, and my family. And she told me about he's one of these sleep eaters.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Weird. With the fridge door open.
Yeah, but they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, there's a disorder
they
for it.
They can eat crazy. She said what he does is he makes peanut butter jelly. No memory, He's not awake while he's doing it. He eats peanut butter jelly sandwiches. And she said one time that she had a whole loaf of bread, that bread, and then he ate the whole loaf of bread in the form of sandwiches. But then what he'll start doing is, like, when they run out of bread, he'll just start making them on the counter. Like, so he'll just spread the peanut butter on the counter and then spread the jelly on top of it.
That's fantastic.
How does he expect to eat that? That's terrible.
I don't know. I think maybe at that point he just stands there. I imagine he stands there and stares at it, just not knowing what to do.
It's like that, and there's a lot of, if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of videos of this, because people videotape themselves because it's a real disorder.
That's part of the, right.
Yeah. And so, and they had this, I remember seeing these women that would go, this one woman that would walk, and she'd get like a bag of potato chips and bring it back in bed. But she's dead asleep.
Yeah.
And she's just sitting there and she's just stuffing potato chips in her mouth and her eyes are closed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just, but they'll polish off like bags of potato chips in their sleep.
Yeah.
It's really disturbing when people do anything when they're clearly asleep. It's really disturbing. Like, my son came down recently, like, he didn't do anything. He just came downstairs. My wife and I were watching TV, and he had been asleep for like an hour. And he just shuffled downstairs and like lay down on the couch and went to sleep. But we're like, hey, Sam, it was just weird. We didn't expect to see him. He's supposed to be asleep, and he was acting like he was awake, but we could tell he was actually asleep, and it was very creepy.
He was already asleep.
Is he going to go nuts? What's going to happen? He's clearly
plunge a
not
knife into your neck.
in control. Yeah, he's going to go Michael Myers on
That's
us.
scary, man.
Everything was
that
fine.
To be a little creepy.
Treated us with respect, went back to bed, but it was very weird.
Right.
It's like that scene in Step Brothers when the two of them like tear apart the house in their sleep.
Oh, yeah. I love that. That's good. That's really good. That goes into our Tearing Apart a Place series on of links in the listener's hole.
Hey, did I ever admit to you guys that I've never seen It's a Mad, 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 Mad World? Like,
No,
you guys, you posted a clip or two, and it looks like an enjoyable film, but I've never seen it.
It's more than it's more than an enjoyable film.
It's
a lot
enjoyable.
It's enjoyable. Oh, you beat me to that. Thank you. Good job, Tom.
It's an enjoyable
film. I give this film 5 enjoyables.
My favorite character in that one is Sylvester.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Dick. You remember? Dick Schoen.
That means nothing to me.
Dick Schoen.
Of course.
Dick Schoen from the Producers.
Yeah.
The original one.
Springtime for Hitler. Yeah.
He plays a beatnik named Sylvester.
Of course he does.
Oh yeah.
I'm coming, Mama. I'm coming. Mama. I'll post it.
Yeah, post it up.
No,
Dick Schoen.
Post it live. Hey, I have a question about the minute. Am I allowed to do that? Talk about the minute.
Sure, let's get back to it.
That's why I'm not asleep right now.
Let's do it right through Mike's.
Oh, so Judge Smails' office. I've never understood. You guys got mad at me the last time I brought this up. Like, who is Judge Smails? What is his connection to the country club? What is his position? But he's got like an office. This is at the country club, right? This is his office at the country club. But is he not also a judge? Does he not have like a professional office somewhere, or does he?
You can have more than one office, Tom.
It seems weird though. Like, it's a fully appointed office with like stuff and things and belongings and.
Right.
Does he have like an identical one somewhere else, or one just as fully loaded with detritus and things?
That's a good question.
I kind of and like, why does he need an office at the country club?
You got to get 2 of everything: 2 paperweights, 2 staplers, 2 pictures of your family.
Yeah. It seems like a drag. And you have to label the stapler like country club, law office, things like that.
I don't know, Tom, but that's not an interesting question because, of course, you can have 2 offices.
Wait, it's not an interesting. Oh,
no,
it's not.
I don't think.
Let me fine tune
another in a long line of uninteresting, unprobing, unimaginative questions involving.
Just because I don't get something doesn't mean that it's not interesting.
Just because you don't get something doesn't mean it's not
just
interesting.
Because I'm having trouble understanding something that you already understand doesn't mean that my question about that thing isn't interesting.
No, but that's not a completely overlapping Venn diagram. But I think there's
you're
a high correlation there between things which are obvious to the regular person that are not obvious to you, and also being an uninteresting line of questioning.
That's true. Okay, well, let me fine-tune my question then. This is exactly what I want to know.
All right.
Why, let's say Judge Smails is a head muckety-muck at the country club. Why does he need an office, and what does he do there?
I don't know. You want to field this one, Mike?
No.
See, that makes me think you don't know, and that it's a
No,
good
it's
question.
not that I don't know it. That's the question is
I just
so
don't think
basic
it's-
that I can't figure it out. It's like when the kid goes, "Why does this happen? Because the sky's blue. Why is the sky blue? Because of this. Why is this happening? Because of this." You're going down to a basic epistemological level that I don't know how to say. I can just only say because he has one and he wants one.
Yeah, he has.
It's
Maybe
like
it's just that I don't
he
understand
doesn't
country
need a
clubs.
brown rolls either.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a 4 poster.
He doesn't have one anymore. He busted it
He's
to
got
hell.
2 posters.
Yeah, he's got 1.5 posters. He's got a Lonnie Anderson poster.
All I can think about is he slept with that thing. He just slept the other way with that thing still down on the bed. And he slept sideways.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I'm willing to let it go, but I had to ask that because
Well,
I
you're going
always
to let it
wonder
go
as I
because
watch the
it's-
film.
Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't matter.
Guy who's
I
seen
guess not.
Phantom Menace 85 times. Once in a while, guy needs 2 offices.
I just, I don't know. I mean, does he run the place? Does he bring me the latest requests for membership for the country club? I'm going to review them at my desk in my office for the
Yes.
next hour.
He's high up in the club. He's a direct descendant. He's on the board or whatever it is. He's a direct descendant of somebody who founded the club. We know this.
Well, why don't you walk into
That's
a country
true.
club, Tom? Go to any country club, like Park Ridge Country Club or something, and just say, who's the
Did
guy
you say
in charge?
Park Ridge Punkery Club?
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm
said
so
Park-
fucking tired. I meant to say Park Ridge Country Club. Did you get it?
Park
You got
Ridge
it?
Punkley
Yeah.
Club.
Right.
Punkley Club. So I'm laying here and I'm like I'm shifting from left to right. I'm laying on my side right now, just staring at the curtains,
Sure.
and I'm getting into my sleep position, which is then once I hit that, it's only a matter of time. But-
Right.
So I'm sorry, but if you go
No, you
into
don't have anything to apologize for.
You're right, I don't. If you walk into a country club and say, who's the guy in charge here, and then find out what he does.
I could. I probably should.
How do
Yeah.
these things work? Who's the guy that runs the place? Does he have an office? Can I see
Yes.
it?
Name everyone here who has an office and tell me what they do.
Right. And I'm
I
gonna
still
need
think you and I
need to
should
know
go
what
to
the
that-
day job is. Yeah.
I think Mike and I should still go to that, is it Winnetka? Where the country club is?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
it was-
Winnetka.
That this is all based on?
Yeah, you
should
should do
make
it
a
on
field trip over
location.
there. Weather's
that's
getting
fine.
nice.
Yep. You should go there. Do it.
Yeah.
I want
take a
I want
nap
you to do
first.
that. I want you to go to the Is It Still Funny event at the Music Box Theater.
Yes.
And if there's any kind of thing being concocted of having to do with the movies by minute, I want to be part of it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Well, I will keep you posted. I didn't do anything to bring you to Chicago last time, and it happened. So imagine if we actually make an effort.
Right.
Yeah.
Where else did you eat while you were in town, Dan? Because I know you like to hit certain
Oh
spots.
gosh. Well, of course, I went to the Longman and Eagle a couple times.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you told
this
me
is
that.
my
Oh.
favorite restaurant in the world, maybe. And I eat there a lot when I'm in town. I went to another. I won't even talk about the other place I went to because it was downtown and it was such a wonderful, wonderful secret that I don't want anyone to know about it.
You can tell us off air.
But it's above. It's on Michigan Avenue there, and it's above another place, and it's like. How is this not just constantly packed full of people? Because it's so lovely. And let's just leave it at that.
Just a matter of time.
And I don't want you to know about them. I want them to go out of business.
There you go. You'd rather them go out of business and never be able to serve you again than risk other people enjoying it.
I went to a place called the Emporium, and I'd been to the Logan Square Arcade before, but they have all the old arcade games.
Who would like
Oh, I love
that?
it.
Yeah,
I
Tom
did
would
all
like
that stuff.
Tom Taylor would like that.
Tom Taylor, have you been over there? Have you heard of this place?
I haven't been over there, but there's a place closer to me, the Galloping Ghost, which I go to, which isn't even, it's not even a bar. It's just like a weird place filled with games, and you pay $15 and you press a button. You can play anything as much as you want. I finally finished Smash TV the first time in my life. Just stood there for like an hour and a half and played Smash TV.
That's amazing.
Like
you like the old
it's a weird
school
place.
stuff.
Yeah, it's a weird place.
It's like where weird people congregate.
Right.
It seems like that, but there doesn't seem to be any trouble. And there's some kids there and stuff, but it's not like, it's not super. It's weird in the sense that it
accommodate
exists.
the very tall.
They do.
See,
They
I was wondering.
welcome you
Okay,
with
now,
open arms.
Tom is into his video games. Always has been. So now is a place like this, like your porno theater? Like where you walk into it and it's like a bunch
Only
of
in some ways.
right, and it's a bunch of middle-aged men playing video games, like almost like being in the video booths at a porno shop.
Right.
No
Sticky
one's making
floor.
eye contact.
Yeah, it's like it's got a weird feel to it. It's kind of greasy
we
and
all
grimy.
we all feel weird for being there, so
Yeah.
we don't look at each other.
Yeah, and before
or
you walk in,
acknowledge
you look
anything.
left and right to make sure that nobody from the PTA is within eye shot.
Yeah, because it's not.
Oh, you were going to play Operation Wolf? Okay, I won't play Operation Wolf then. I'll play.
Yeah, I'll just sit back.
Sinistar.
Yeah, I'll just sit back here and play with myself.
Yeah.
playing with my joystick.
That's embarrassing. Yeah. That's even more embarrassing than a porn shop, which involves an activity that, while still taboo, everyone acknowledges is necessary in life. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like, I think Tom has to go through a porn shop to get to the arcade speakeasy part in the back. Where they,
I hang out at the back of the porn shop where the beaded curtain is that leads to the arcade.
That's the legitimate front to the arcade business. Yeah.
And I want to make sure no one's looking before I head into the arcade.
Well,
I don't want to get embarrassed.
Well, those like video, so the adult video booths is like it's like somebody created it's like the necessity. We understand that you're here only for a matter of minutes. You're just going to lock yourself into this little box, and you're going to have time to yourself for a few minutes. Just throw a bunch of quarters in there, then you get the hell out of there.
Oh man,
it's like a charging station for a Chevy Volt.
It is sort of, and this place is sort of like pornography in that way, because that you don't have to pay, you don't have to bring like a roll of quarters, you don't have to spend your entire allowance there. You're paying like $15, and then you're just playing as much as you want, which you're never normally able to do. Yeah, and so it is a little bit masturbatory in that sense.
This makes me wonder why they can't do. Maybe this is an idiotic thing to say, but. What better place to say it than in the most public way that I can possibly find?
Into a microphone.
Why don't they do so? The porn strip club thing is based solely on these like people putting the singles in the. I guess there's the ones where there's like you go into the private booth type of thing and the
champagne rooms.
Like there's the lap dance, which I've never had and I've only heard it spoken of, but I did go to a place called Jumbo's Clown Room in L.A.
Why'd you do that?
A strip mall. It was a strip club in a strip mall that had a clown theme to it, and it was very weird. But it was like a dive bar strip club. It was actually really a lot of fun. I went there with a large group of people, mixed group, couples group, and you're still able to have a good time and kind of just like sit in the corner. But anyway.
Well, what do you mean it was a clown theme?
Yeah,
thing. I don't.
Jumbo's Clown Room. It's exactly as weird as it sounds. Like I can't explain that any further, except to say that it's a bit of a lighter atmosphere. I don't know what else to say.
Well, that sounds sort of enjoyable.
Is it more of a circus atmosphere?
Yeah.
No, not fully circus, but it was
Can't
not.
Sleep, clown will eat me.
Yeah.
If you should die,
but they don't have.
But
the singles thing. I mean, I wonder if there's like such a thing as a place they could just have a flat fee, and that's all it is. There's no singles. Nobody's got to carry around any dirty singles.
Well,
Nobody's got to do anything
with
weird.
Phones, you could maybe the dancers have like a barcode tattooed on their thing, and you can just scan it with your phone.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Deposits the. You don't have to worry about where your dollar bill has been and stuff.
Yeah, what if they were just robots, Tom, like Cherry 2000?
Oh, that'd be great.
That's a good movie.
Now you're thinking.
Melanie Griffith, right? Cherry 2000.
Yeah. Movie made no sense whatsoever, but it was it's.
Yeah.
I did say I'm getting sleepy because I said that was a great movie when I meant to say it was a
terrible movie.
It was a terrible movie. Yeah. why did I say it? It was just like one of those things when you don't know what you're saying and you just agree with everybody.
No, but you saw it, and so you're like, oh, your feeling was, oh, great. I know that one, great.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. So therefore, it must be great. It's not great.
Right. It's not. No, I agree with you. It's not great, but it's.
Mike's in that place where I've been, where I'm telling my son a bedtime story, years ago, and I will realize that I'm falling asleep because what I just said doesn't have anything to do with the story I'm telling, and I just went off on a really weird tangent.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that feeling in a weird way, even though it's annoying. You're like,
Yeah.
I should just be asleep. Why aren't I asleep? Why am I standing here making no sense?
I like the feeling if I know I don't have to get up in like 5 hours, which is almost every day for me. It's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really gonna. I know this isn't the most exciting topic of conversation, but I'm really gonna try to do a good job of getting a good night's sleep tonight.
You're gonna really work.
I just want
at
everybody
it.
to know that.
Just gonna.
That's a good goal.
Like I'm really gonna aim for it.
Now, when do you not aim for it? You say, I'm gonna lay here and I'm gonna fuck up my sleep tonight.
It's gonna stare at
It's because I've got things that I want to do and I need to do, and I start doing them, and I go, okay, I'll go to bed at 10, and then that comes and goes, and I go, okay, I'll try. I think I can get there by 10:30, and every night it gets pushed back and back and back, but the wake up time doesn't change.
No.
And every morning I get up and I go, why did I do it? What am I doing?
Yeah. I had a stretch when I first started this job, like almost 5 years ago. I had my first big stretch of travel because I was going to India, and then I had to go to Nairobi. And I did not know how to handle the time change. So when you go to India, you get on a plane, and you literally arrive there 2 days later because you
time travel.
Well, no, it's not only.
No, I know what you mean, though.
Because you arrive, you're that day you leave at night, right?
Right.
Then you spend the whole next day traveling, and then you arrive at 1 or 2 a.m. on the third day.
Oh my goodness.
God.
And
Maybe that's why you
like,
get the shits, because like your colon just doesn't know what day it is, and it thinks it has to catch up for like 2 days.
But I don't sleep on the plane. I just can't do it. So to me, in your head, you're like, I just lost 3 days with zero sleep, when it was really but then you get there, and then you get there at 1 a.m, and you're like, I'll just go to sleep, and you don't sleep then. Couldn't fall asleep.
Can't do it.
So I went on a stretch. It was like I was gone for 2 weeks, and I went 3 days, 4 days without anything.
Oh my
and
God.
then you start getting like crazy.
Right.
Then you start napping during the day. If you have a break from your meetings, you nod out for like 10-15 minutes. So, and I was traveling with this doctor in India, and I said, I can't sleep. And he's like, yeah. He's like, you look a little pale. I go, no, I haven't slept. And I go, how long before your insides start turning to soup? I go, when does that start happening? Because then you start screwing yourself because you're laying in bed, and then you start psyching yourself out. And you grab the iPad and you start looking up, how long can the body stay awake? How long, because I start getting freaked out.
Am I destroying myself right now?
So then
Discount mortuary services.
Yeah, so I'm with him this one day, and I go, I can't, I don't know what I'm going to do. He goes, we have a couple hours. Let's go back to the hotel. I'll read the paper and you sleep. So we go inside the hotel, and I was like, you know what? I think I can do it. I think I'm going to be able to fall asleep. He goes, go sleep. So we start walking towards the elevator, and he grabs a paper, and I go, okay, thinking he's going to peel off and go off to like the cafeteria and just wait for me.
Oh God.
Yeah, he just goes right to the elevator with me.
Oh Jesus.
We get in the elevator. He goes up, and he's got his big grin on his face. Lovely guy. I love the guy. I still work with him.
That's the same guy who tell you what to eat and what not to eat.
Yeah,
and walk around with you.
Take the sandwich. Don't take the sandwich.
Don't take.
Lights
I
out.
remember he told you.
He goes, don't take the sandwich. Yeah, so we get up to the room, and he just walks in my room with me. And he goes, sleep. And he sits in the chair and starts reading the paper, and I'm in a suit, but I just lay on my side, and I said, and you feel that opportunity like pass.
Oh, God.
I was like, I had it. I had that window of sleep, and I was going to probably knock out a couple of hours.
Yeah, it would have been easy if it just right.
And then I would then you turn the tide. Once you hit a couple hours, you're like, okay, I think I can do this. And he just sat there reading the paper, and then I heard him crawl into the. He crawled into. I had a double bed, two single beds. He crawls on the other bed and just starts and nods out and starts snoring.
Oh, just to rub your face in it.
Just to rub my face in it. I blew it.
This is
I
how
blew
it's
the
done.
window. No, I'm
It's
okay.
terrible.
Yeah, but.
That was years ago. You're okay now. There he goes.
Yeah, but I'll start taking.
God.
So I have to start taking my malaria medication in a couple days.
Oh yeah, where are you going?
I'll be in Nairobi. I'm going back to Nairobi.
Oh wow, okay.
So that stuff gives me the vivid dreams. You get the vivid dreams on
really?
that stuff, yeah, where you have like war and peace type dreams.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Boy.
You get to fly and stuff.
Yeah, like when you
In
wake
your
up.
dreams, I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, when you're flying or you're doing battle from different eras.
Sure. God.
Yeah. Yeah, you go through the whole epic swing in a dream.
You'll do well with that.
I will. Oh, I won't.
I feel bad. This is making me feel really guilty that we're doing this show and everybody should be asleep. And we were going for like 40 minutes or something.
Yeah. That's enough
Sleep
of
is the
this.
great-
I mean,
And we got to play stuff if we haven't already. I don't know how this thing is edited, but we got to play little snippets of our fun time when we were all in the same room together. Sitting
yeah,
at the
play
same
that
table.
one bit. Play that one bit. We'll do it like right now.
Okay. I'm at Scofflaws in Chicago with Mike and Dan, and this is the first time I've seen Mike in maybe 3 years. The first time I've seen Dan in, I don't know, 10 years. I don't know.
2 years.
2 years? I want to say 3. It's more impressive.
Last time I saw you was at the. No, I'm okay. It was at the movies where we saw Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
And I was leaving for India the next day.
And you were terrified that bandits were going to crawl through your tailpipe and throttle you.
Just on the way home.
I don't blame you. It was an intense film.
Dan's here too.
Dan's here too. Hi, Dan. Say hi.
Recording live from the Scofflaw.
Oh, thank you very much, my cheeseburger.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'm the only one eating, and I don't care.
It's all good.
It's all good.
You ordered that hamburger like 3 seconds ago.
Let's take a photo of that, Tom.
I should. I think what happens.
Take a photo and record at the same time.
I wouldn't mess with the recording. Yeah, I'll take a photo. I think what they brought the hamburger quick. I said, "Get you out of here," because you're not a hipster.
I'm sick of my bologna.
And this place is sick. It's silly.
All right, that was fun.
that was fun.
Hey, that
That's
was
what we sound like we're in
fun.
the same
Yeah,
place.
that was fun. I like that one.
That was good.
That's just
That
one
was
of
a good
many.
bit.
You know what time it is?
Right.
You know what it's time for?
Trivia time.
What?
Trivia time.
Oh, Jesus. Trivia time. Trivia time. Everyone loves trivia time.
Play the
Oh,
song.
my God. It was a good song.
That's a good song. I love that song.
that too. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I hope this is a good episode. I feel like we're really tired. And
It's a bad one. I think people
people know it's a bad
people
one.
are really not getting their money's worth with this one.
No.
Wait, what is this question? I don't like this
Get
question.
a real hobby, people.
This is a weird question.
Yeah.
Which term best describes Caddyshack? I'll read you the multiple choice options.
Oh, come on.
Flop, blockbuster, sleeper hit, cult movie.
Cult movie.
Sleeper hit.
Cult
I'm
movie.
torn between the two of those.
Cult movie.
I'll say cult
Cult
movie.
classic.
That's
Yeah,
the
that-
answer that is on the card.
That's
Cult
probably
movie.
right. Yeah, you guys are right.
Have you noticed that I've gotten every answer correctly so far?
You're pretty good at this.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Cult.
You are winning.
You got the 7 practice balls from Chevy Chase?
No,
You
I
got
was
that?
one off. I got 6.
Oh, that's not every one.
All right, well, go ahead.
True or false, Lou doesn't really like Carl Lip Balm. That's true. He doesn't
That's
like
true. He
him.
does not like him.
No.
All right.
But what the? This says false.
Oh,
Lou
well, he
doesn't
says
like
you
Carl Lip Balm.
hated him, Lou, and he goes, he was a good kid, he was a good caddy. So maybe that's what
But
they're
you fully
referring
get
to.
the impression that he's just saying that because he died, and that
Well,
Motormouth or
no,
whoever actually is calling
Yeah.
it correctly.
Well, it's just an impression you get, which is what makes it something not a good trivia question. Get
Choked on his
another
vomit.
card, because this is the shittiest card. What's like the essay section?
We got to get through it. We got to get through this card.
Choked
We'll
on
have to
his-
deal with it again.
He choked on his vomit taking a test.
Shoot this during a test.
My name's Motormouth.
Good caddy.
Who dances? Oh, I know this one. Dan hates it when I do that. Who dances with Mr. Wang on the fairway?
What's her name? The Baby Ruth girl.
Oh, you know what's really offensive? They don't name her. The options are Tony, Joey, a female caddy, and Maggie. She's got a name, doesn't she?
Ann Ryerson.
Yeah, but
No,
even the
but that's
character has a name.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
can't
know.
think of what it is, but I thought she had a name.
Yeah, like the Ann Ryerson character.
The
Yeah.
Baby Ruth girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
her name is
God.
Grace.
Grace. Yeah, Grace.
Yeah.
Fucking Grace. All right.
What a shit card that was.
This is a really. No, it's not even over. There's one more left.
Oh.
One question left. What adorns the top of the Caddy Day Tournament trophy?
You know what that siren sounds mean, folks? This is our bonus question.
This is
we're in
double the
Chica-
points.
Means we're in Chicago.
Yeah, whoever gets this right wins a free trip
What's
to
on the
Chicago.
top of the caddy trophy?
Yeah, the options are a
It's a
golfer,
person it's
a
a
golf
golfer.
ball, crossing golf clubs, or the Bushwood coat of arms.
I thought it was a golfer swinging.
It is a golfer swinging.
That's again, jeez.
Which is on the top of every golf
Yeah, right.
trophy.
It's not that, yeah.
Yeah, they
I mean,
ask
there are
it
a lot
like-
of cards, a lot of questions in this game. I'm sure they have to, come up with something sometimes.
Well, I think
Anyway,
we
that was
could have done a
trivia.
better job. Right. Like what year was Lacey Underall's? What is the make and model of Lacey Underall's Mercedes that she drives up to the front of
Right.
Chevy Chase's house? And what is Chevy Chase's address?
True or false, Lacey Underall was getting bored having fun all the time in Manhattan.
True or false, Lacey Underall likes to ski on acid and Skinny go to bullfighting.
True or false? True or false?
Skinny go to bullfighting.
To
Go
hell
ahead,
with
Mike.
it. To hell with it.
Just do it.
Just to hell with it.
Go, I know you got one in the chamber. Do it.
Yeah, but I've already. It's.
Why are we doing this?
I was
I
just
got a hot
saying, true
shit
or
in the
false?
chamber.
Can we go to bed?
True or false? That's all I was gonna say. True or false? That's all I had.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
False.
I'll
I'm
just
so
go. I'll go with
fucking
true.
tired.
Oh, I was
I
going
am
to say
so
false. Okay.
goddamn tired.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mike hates us, and I don't blame him.
Why do you have to feel? This goes back to an evolutionary question,
Mm-hmm.
or an intelligent designer type question.
I'll
Why
go
do
with the
we-
first one.
Right. Well, why do we? No, I'm saying if we were intelligently designed, why the hell do we have to sleep?
Mm-hmm.
And why do we have to be so tired?
Yeah, what would be
Why do
the
we have to
need? You just have enough nutrients and things to
If you
keep
were-
you
if you were
going, and you
intelligent
wouldn't need
is-
get all the rest.
If you were intelligently designed, you wouldn't even have to eat. You would just
Right.
exist.
We get nutrients in from breathing. Why don't we just get everything from breathing? Or just being
Right.
near the sun, or just anything.
But at the same time, if maybe we're intelligently designed because we do get tired, and it's such a joy to get tired and fall asleep. That maybe
Yeah.
that's really living.
But it
That's-
sucks
maybe.
to wake up for work. Well,
it sure does.
Waking up sucks.
There's a line in the book sequel to The Exorcist called Legion, where William Peter Blatty, I think Kinderman the cop, he's thinking about his atheism, and he says something
Kinderman the
about
cop.
yeah, he's thinking about Lee J. Cobb in the movie. He's thinking about
It's
like
not a tuba.
one.
It's a
One
kinder-
Oh,
only
that's
needs to-
kindergarten cop.
That's
I'm
kindergarten
sorry.
cop, man.
One only needs to contemplate the human gastrointestinal system to realize that there's no loving God who created us, or something. It's like
Oh.
we have to eat food and we have to shit it out, and we have guts and we have intestines. Like, no loving God created us. It's not possible. Why would they do that?
Yeah, we got
That's evil.
entire tummies and regions full of awful and just nasty. I know that as well as anyone on Earth here today.
You do.
Because
you
I've
shared
been
with
in
us,
there.
Yeah, you got some travel butt
And I
going
just
on.
don't feel clean. Do you know what I mean? You don't feel clean.
Yeah.
You go around with this just kind of weird, uncomfortable underwear's not
sorry.
fitting right, even though it's exactly the
No.
same underwear
That's a
that you
bad
wore
feeling.
yesterday and the day before.
Or like what you were saying. You were saying when you get a little older, you put on some weight, and you're walking head first into the wind, and the wind is just blowing the shirt against your stomach, and you're just pulling at it and just feel uncomfortable and just
giving it the tug, yeah.
It's just so
Like the old
uncomfortable
guy
in your-
tug, yeah.
It's uncomfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
You don't feel
boy.
right, and you feel sweaty and weird. It's just gross.
And you're saying to
Yeah.
yourself, "Oh, so tired."
Jesus. Can we call this? Please, let's call this. This is
Yeah,
getting
come
silly.
on. This is
I think
enough
we should just
already.
keep going.
This is
Oh,
shit.
you're crazy.
Put a
Yeah,
plug-
let's do like a hands on a hard body kind of thing where like the last one of us who's awake at the end wins the money.
Okay,
Hands
one of
up.
you wins. Great.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Good.
Yeah.
You win.
All right. Well,
All
listen.
right, whatever you got to do.
Already done, so maybe we'll play some more of our evening together after the end credits or something to play us out to end the
If
show.
there's a
I'll tell you
good
what. Yeah,
cut
since
off
we're
of
so
Sting's
tired
album.
now, let's just go to the tape. Let
Yeah.
us listen to us
Now that
being
we've got an
lively.
hour.
Let's go to the tape and get some highlights.
Yeah, take it away.
To play us out.
Play us out.
Play us out.
All right. Thank you all for joining us.
And the show.
Stick around if there's something after this. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. That's not how time works. I haven't edited
And you
this
know
because
what,
I'm
people?
recording it now.
This should show you that the lengths that we go to bring you quality entertainment. This is our
Sons of
this is our
bitches.
pledge drive pitch right here.
That's right.
We all work. We all pick up our kids, bring our kids here, coach their softball team like I did today.
Bread goes in the oven. Bread comes
Go
out of
food
the oven.
shopping, you rush home, you get them settled, you get their homework done, and then you get on this podcast, and the world just stops, and I just want to go to bed. It's like I just want to get off the streetcar. I'm riding on the friggin' streetcar, and I just want to lay down and go to sleep.
The irony is that I was trying to end the episode, now you're just making it go later.
I don't know
before
why
you
I'm
go to
talking
sleep.
about a streetcar, but
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I just want to go
I
to
stopped
sleep.
listening. I was surfing the internet.
I'm so
fun.
tired. Yeah, I want to go to sleep, but I want to stay awake because I want to enjoy the slipping off to sleep. Back
Oh, sure.
Back to
Oh,
the
yeah.
NyQuil times that we were talking
Oh
about.
yeah. I might
Yeah.
I might try a little of that tonight.
Yeah. Ooh, we'll cut it
Sounds
with
fun.
a little, maybe a little something.
With the
Walk
Demerol
will.
Chaser.
I think
All right,
I'm gonna
guys.
go take a melatonin, I think.
Everybody, go take a melatonin. Come back here for minute 68 when we'll be perky and well rested.
Oh God. Just keep it going.
That's all we need. And please come back next time for more of the Caddyshack Minute.
Fucking thing sucks.
Legitimate Star Trek elements, I thought.
Baseball package.
But
the first time.
Spock, I have a really hard time with in those movies. I don't buy that guy as Spock at all. Kirk, I think, is fine. Bones is pretty good. But yeah, shut up, Dan. You're not having fun.
When he came out for the when Phantom Menace came out, right? He gets me to go see it downtown with him. And
Mike
by this
loves
time,
this.
he's already seen it. It's been out for like a week. He's seen it like 7 times. He flew back to Connecticut, and they stayed out all night to watch it. In
I
costume.
drove back to Connecticut.
Right, but
Okay.
he went and him and his buddies watched it in costume or whatever.
Yeah.
So he
My
comes
friend
back,
was in a Star Trek outfit.
and he
That
had
was-
already seen.
You do wear a costume?
I did not.
Just because they don't sell them in that size.
That's right. Otherwise,
Yeah.
So we're sitting next to it. It's the first time I'm going to see it. And oh, this is all right. And then he's already seen it 4 times.
Phantom Menace of all shit.
And the movie starts, and it's that opening scene, the lightsaber scene.
the Space Knights.
Yeah.
What do they call those?
Jedi.
Yes.
When Darth Maul is fighting against the two.
Yeah,
Jedi.
something like that. Yeah.
And
Spaceship.
the door closes in front of them. and he uses his lightsaber to cut a hole in it. And mind you, he's already seen this 5 times. When they do that, as soon as he pierces it, he goes, ow, 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 ow. He goes, ow. And I'm like horrified because this is in the middle of a movie. And I'm like, you're screaming at me.
He's having a conniption fit.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
He goes, he looks at me, he goes, he grabs my arm, like, I've always wanted him to do that. Anything with it. It's like pure energy.
You like that?
No, but he was like, no, he's like, no, because as a kid.
I was in a haze when it first came out, and it took me a while to realize it was horrifying.
But his point is when he was watching the first few movies, they would just fight with it, but they would never cut things with it. So he's in his little childhood safe place in Connecticut.
Why don't they cut anything with it?
And they finally did it.
That's
when
a
he's in
missed
his late
opportunity.
30s. He's like, first, it's a movie. Second of all, yeah, I can see that.
He's cutting a hole in it. Sure is.
We gotta get over it.
Hey, you scratched my ankle.